Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Peace, mercy, and blessings of God be upon you. This is another presentation from www.central-mosque.com and from the Humble Heart YouTube channel about 21st of June 2020 solar eclipse from around the world. The Islamic commandments are all detailed in an article with detailed references from the Quran and the Sunnah, and the link is in the description. Solar eclipse occurs at the time of new moon conjunction or new moon birth, when the sun, the moon, and earth are in a straight line and the shadow of the moon, because it is in between the sun and the earth, falls on earth. The reason we don't have a solar eclipse at every new moon conjunction is because the orbit of the moon, which is this, is slightly tilted, so they don't exactly line up every single month. However, solar eclipse is a proof that the sun, the moon, and earth are in a straight line, and moon sighting on that day cannot happen because the moon has to climb higher in the orbit until it becomes visible. If someone accepts the moon sighting news from the evening of 21st of June 2020 from Australasia, Asia, or Europe or Africa, it will be very seriously worrying. This solar eclipse was called the Ring of Fire, and here is our first picture from Oman at 0938 this morning. Here is Ring of Fire from Oman. Science predicted that you will get some very spectacular views of this solar eclipse from Pakistan. So here you see the shadow of the moon falling on Earth increasing. It keeps getting smaller and smaller, the sun that is, until it will reverse. Here's it flipping, flips, and it begins to get bigger and bigger and bigger until you see the sun in its full glory one more time. Lahore, Pakistan. MashaAllah, all praise be to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Here is Rajasthan, the bordering state of India with Pakistan. Once again, you see the sun, it's climbing up, and there will come a time when the shadow of the moon will reverse itself and the sun will reveal itself in its full glory. And here's the footage from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Once again, you see the shadow of the moon blocking the sunlight as you see the sun from Earth until it flips and begins to get bigger and bigger until you have the entire sun in its view. This footage is looped, so it shows the same view again and again and again, but you get the picture. This is from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. This footage is from a location in the desert about 50 kilometers outside of Haram in Makkah. Same thing. You see the shadow of the moon covering the brightness of the sun until it reverses itself and the sun gets bigger and bigger and bigger until it will return back to its own full glory. All praise be to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The eclipse of the sun or the moon is a sign from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the believers to praise Allah and to realize the magnificent and the power of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala 50 kilometers outside of Haram in Makkah. We will now end this video with the recording of the eclipse prayer from Makkah in Saudi Arabia. It is Sunnah in Islam for solar eclipse to pray the Salah of eclipse. So you can see the images. The sun is returning back to its full glory.
قل أرأيتكم إن أتاكم عذاب الله أو أتتكم الساعة أغير الله تدعون إن كنتم صادقين بل إياه تدعون فيكشف ما تدعون إليه إن شاء وتنسون ما تشركون ولقد أرسلنا إلى من قبلك فأخذناهم بالبأساء والضراء لعلهم يتضرعون فلولا إذ جاءهم بأسنا تضرعوا ولكن قست قلوبهم وزين لهم الشيطان ما كانوا يعملون فلما نسوا ما ذكروا به فتحنا عليهم أبواب كل شيء حتى إذا فرحوا بما أوتوا أخذناهم بغتة فإذا هم مبلسون فقطع دابر القوم الذين ظلموا والحمد لله رب العالمين. قل أرأيتم إن أخذ الله سمعكم وأبصاركم وختم على قلوبكم من إله غير الله يأتيكم به انظر كيف نصرف الآيات ثم هم يصدفون. قل أرأيتكم إن أتاكم عذاب الله بغتة أو جهرة هل يهلك إلا القوم الظالمون. وما نرسل المرسلين إلا مبشرين ومنذرين فمن آمن وأصلح فلا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون.